After defying subpoenas requiring them to testify before the House Oversight Committee, former President Bill Clinton and his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, may have landed themselves in some hot water. Now, that testimony related to none other than disgraced financier and convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The committee is now set to consider whether to pursue a House-wide vote on holding both of them in contempt.
Bill Clinton's relationship with Epstein is well documented. However, in a letter explaining why they refused to show, the Clintons argued the proceedings were nothing more than a partisan exercise.
And though most Democrats have remained tight-lipped on the situation, when confronted by a reporter on Capitol Hill, Democratic Congressman from California Ted Lieu said that, quote, everyone should comply with a congressional subpoena.
You may remember Trump advisor Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro. They were both convicted of contempt of Congress after they refused to comply with a congressional subpoena. Both spent 4 months in prison.
Our national correspondent Alana Austin is live on Capitol Hill with the very latest. Alana, what can you tell us at this hour?
Hey, good afternoon, Katrina and Bob. And the breaking news is that the 2 criminal contempt of Congress resolutions against former President Bill Clinton and ex-Secretary of State Hillary Clinton now advance to the full House of Representatives. We just saw a bipartisan vote signaling that is going to move forward within the next 2 weeks. Just requires a simple majority to move on to the Department of Justice for criminal referral. Here's what Chairman James Comer had to say. Basically, their investigation into Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's abuse scandal is ongoing, and he says the Clintons are standing in the way of that work.
They've led us to believe over the past 5 months that they were going to come up and they were going to answer questions. And then when they didn't show up last week, they declared war on me and Republicans and all of that. And it's not going in their favor in the realm of public opinion because this was a bipartisan subpoena.
So Comer says they have not found any evidence that the Clintons conducted any wrongdoing involving Epstein, but Comer says their investigation discovered Epstein visited the Clinton White House at least 17 times, plus 27 plus trips aboard Epstein's private plane post-presidency. Now, under pressure, Democrats started shifting this, turning the blame to the DOJ. Progressive Pennsylvania Representative Summer Lee saying Attorney General Pam Bondi should be held in civil contempt for failing to release more of the Epstein files. Now, we did not see that amendment attempt move forward, so that effort failed. I want to also share with you the response from Texas Democratic Representative Jasmine Crockett. I caught up with her shortly before this vote happened. Here's what she had to say about these measures. What do you think should happen with the contempt resolutions against the Clintons? Do you support that?
I am going to continue to listen to debate because I think that that's what it requires. Also, as a criminal defense attorney, I don't think that criminal contempt should even be on the table. That rises to a completely different level than anything that I've heard thus far.
And are you considering the civil contempt instead of the criminal one against the Clintons?
We're going to go ahead and see what the arguments look like and whether or not we can even get there.
Well, Katrina and Bob, looking at those final vote tallies, Representative Crockett did not cast her vote on this issue, so we're going to follow up with her office to see where she stands this afternoon.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.